This one's about visual clutter. Visual clutter to me is almost like cancer. It doesn't kill, but it certainly creates a degraded quality of life. I think of visual clutter as things out of place, angles not lining up correctly. And I think that visual clutter descends into chaos. Why do I feel this way, and where does it come from? I'm not sure. Is it partly from being German? Is it partly from falling in love in grad school with the Bauhaus, who were all about right angles, things lining up? Is it out of a desire for control? And where it comes from is maybe not so important as what to do about it. Can it be a force for good? Can it be a force for procrastination? Yes. Do I need to accept it and move on? I don't know the answers to any of those. All I can explore is the emotional landscape behind my feelings of visual clutter. First of all, years ago I told Dan, the dining room table is my sine qua non. In other words, that if the dining room table is cluttered, I am cluttered. My brain is cluttered. If the dining room table is clear, I have a sense of visual peace, a place where I can relax and look at and say, okay, at least one part of my life is clutter-free and under control. Now, this took a lot of persuasion, but eventually I did persuade him, that plus a lot of keeping clutter off the dining room table. And as I sit here looking at my dining room table now in this beautiful new house that we've built, I think that I've pretty much succeeded and expanded into the rest of the house for the most part, because I spend many hours of my time cleaning up, putting away, straightening, throwing out, that I do have a visual landscape that is pretty free of clutter and fairly organized looking. The parts that aren't, like underneath the house, my office, even the entire downstairs has the mechanical room for sure. There are little pockets of clutter down there that do kind of tend to drive me crazy or let me feel like out of my comfort zone. But what I'm most concerned about right now is that it seems to be stifling my creative enthusiasm for projects, for starting new ones, continuing started ones. And this is the part that is depressing, because I could spend my entire day, every day, all day, working on getting rid of visual clutter. I don't think I'd ever come to a point where I could sit down and say, it's all done. Because it's never all done, because life is messy, as my stepdaughter Colleen pointed out to me at one point. So what do I do about my somewhat obsessive-compulsive desire to eliminate visual clutter from my life? I don't know. To be continued.